I found the world's greatest Barbie, and today we're gonna restyle her. So, a couple of weeks ago, I was at the antique mall here in Texas and I found this Totally Hair Barbie, and she was actually pretty cheap. Now, she wasn't in the best condition, and of course, she was missing quite a few of her things, but I definitely couldn't pass her up. Another one of our cast today is the All That Glitters Barbie. She's been sitting in my stock box for a while, and her hair is definitely in need of a big fix up. And cast member number 3 is the 2004 Collector Taurus Barbie, and she was pretty much complete other than this one earring that she's missing, and I feel like her ponytail has probably seen better days. And last but not least on our list of fix-ups, I have this flea market Picture Pockets Teresa. I definitely want the rest of the dolls from this line, but she's probably in the best condition, of course, because she's been in her box for, I don't know, 20 plus years. However, she did have some dry rotted rubber bands in her hair that we'll definitely have to take care of. I didn't get a chance to show it, but the All That Glitters Barbie had chewed up feet. I don't know if it was like a dog that got to her, a cat, rats, it could be anything, but she definitely needed a body swap. So I had this spare Barbie extra doll just lying around, and the skin tones don't match perfectly, but once I put the clothes on her, you honestly won't even be able to tell. And while I had out my blow dryer, I used it to warm up Totally Barbie's head to remove her earrings. So because these dolls are secondhand and I have no clue where they came from, of course I had to wash the dolls' clothes. So because I didn't have any free flowing washing detergent, I cut open a pod and threw in a color grabber just to make sure the clothes don't run. And then I soaked everything in some cold water for about an hour. So the first step in cleansing the dolls is of course to rinse their bodies and their hair. Since these dolls mostly have saran and Kanekalon hair, you can definitely go in with some warm to hot water to kill any potential germs. I definitely love a good hot water on my dolls, but again, you can do whatever suits you the best. And to clean each doll a little bit further, I'm going to go in with a little bit of baking soda on a toothbrush, and I'm going to scrub every nook and cranny of their bodies and of course their face as well. And this is just going to help to get off any surface level marks, any surface level dirt. And I like to do this process 2 times in a row. So I'll scrub the body with some baking soda first, rinse it off, and then go in and scrub again. And this honestly makes the dolls look like brand new. So Taurus Barbie had a little black mark on her nose that I thought I could remove with a little bit of magic eraser, but it didn't work. The mark was still there, so we'll have to do a little bit of acne cream treatment later in the video. However, after that failure, I just went in and washed each doll's hair with a little bit of Dawn dish soap. Now this is going to be the best way to clean these particular hair types, which again is Kanekalon and Saran, because the Dawn dish soap won't dry out the hair like it will on nylon. So yeah, I just went in with a little bit of hot water and some Dawn dish soap. Again, for thrifted dolls, I always like to go in and wash their hair twice just to make sure it's extra clean. Now moving on to probably one of the most tedious processes of the Restyle, which was detangling Totally Hair Barbie's super long Kanekalon hair. Kanekalon hair is super duper hard to detangle, especially when it's wet. It's definitely one of the fibers that reacts a little bit better when it's dry. So I sped up this clip a lot, but it took me a very long time to detangle all of that hair. And All That Glitters Barbie also has Kanekalon hair, but because it was a little bit shorter, it wasn't as difficult. But again, I prefer not to have to detangle Kanekalon at all. That's why I'm glad it's a discontinued fiber. And taking a little bit of a break from the dolls, after the clothes soaked in the water for about an hour, I just rinsed them in some more cold water just to get out any excess soap and then hung them up to dry. So something that I deem an important step when you're dealing with thrifted dolls is a good old boil wash. This is going to make the hair basically look like brand new as long as you don't have a whole bunch of broken pieces to start with. The Taurus Barbie actually has saran hair, which I feel like reacts the best to a boil wash. Honestly, the hotter the water is, the better. However, dolls like Totally Hair Barbie who have Kanekalon, you want to wait for the temperature of the water to cool down just a little bit. I personally didn't wait long enough, and because of that, the two Kanekalon haired dolls, their hair ended up balling up a little bit. So again, just wait for the temperature of the water to cool down a little bit before dunking your dolls. And if you're enjoying today's video, don't forget to like, leave a little comment, and also hit that subscribe button. And once all 4 dolls have gotten their boil wash, I just go in with some cold water to set the hair. Okay, and now moving on to the stain removal process. So of course, Totally Hair Barbie had these red marks on her leg for some reason. So I did apply some acne cream to it to try to remove those stains. You want to apply the acne cream pretty generously to the stain, then wrap it with a little bit of saran wrap so the cream doesn't dry out while you set it in the sun for however long you need to get the stain removed. Because it's springtime basically in Texas, the acne cream method didn't work on Totally Hair Barbie, or it wasn't working quickly enough for me. So I just decided to rebody her. I had this Hollywood Hair Barbie that has the exact same body mold as Totally Hair Barbie. So I decided to do a body swap on them. So of course I had to heat up the heads and remove them. And everything was going as planned until I got to Hollywood Hair Barbie, and her neck peg cracked when I pulled off her head. But luckily I had a second Hollywood Hair Barbie. Don't ask me why I have so many, but I was able to get the head off with no problem, and Totally Hair Barbie had her brand new clean body. So moving on to the styling portion, starting with Teresa here. So I just recreated her original hairstyle. I thought it was really cute. She had these 2 tendrils down in the front with 2 pigtails. Throughout the styling process, the pigtails are going to kind of stick up, but I did end up kind of the best way I can explain it is like mashing them down so they laid a little bit flatter. I mean, the sticking up pigtail thing is like a look, but it wasn't the look that I was going for this Teresa, because her hair is a lot more flat in the stock photos. But after I got done styling it, of course, I set in that style with a little bit of Volks water wax to make the hairstyle nice and neat. And moving on to All That Glitters Barbie. So of course, again, this doll has Kanekalon hair, and in her stock version, she does have crimps, so I just went in and crimped the hair. So Kanekalon does have a very low burning point, so I did go through and crimp the hair pretty quickly, and I also used plenty of water. The link to this exact crimper will be down in the description bar, but after I got done crimping the hair, I just went through and trimmed the ends because for whatever reason she had some slightly longer bits. Then I went in and set the hair with some Volks water wax to make everything nice and smooth, just like on Teresa. And Kanekalon hair is very prone to flyaways, so I just went in with some Got to Be Glued and sprayed the top of her hair to again make everything lay nice and flat. And moving on to styling our star of the show, Totally Hair Barbie. So I started by recurling her bangs because throughout all the boil washes, they ended up going pretty straight. And in her stock photo, she kind of has these vertical curls on her bangs. So I wanted to do my best to recreate that. And the great thing about Kanekalon is that you don't need to really do a boil wash to set the hair. I just used a steamer as you saw. And initially the curls on her bangs did turn out a little bit looser than I would like, so off camera I used some pipe cleaners to tighten up those curls a little bit. And then for the length of her hair, I just repeated the exact same crimping process that I did on All That Glitters Barbie. I wanted her hair to have a little bit of pizzazz, so all I did was create a half up, half down. And surprisingly, Totally Hair Barbie did come with those little tulle bows, so I just added that to the base of the ponytail. And of course, it just revived that late 80s, early 90s feel that Totally Hair Barbie has. And last, but definitely not least, we have styling the tourist Barbie. So first what I did was go in and recreate her ponytail. So of course you just want to leave a little piece left down in the back to attach her bangs to. She has that very nice kind of a side swoop. So again, I left those two pieces out, created a first ponytail. Then what I did was I went in with a pin just to kind of keep the bang in place. I then swooped the bang back and attached it to that smaller piece on the nape of her neck with a rubber band. And after that bang is secured, I did want to hide the rubber band with a little wraparound piece of hair. So I rolled a section of the hair and wrapped it around the base of the ponytail. And basically the way to secure it is you want to create a knot, essentially pull the hair up through and secure everything with another rubber band and pull everything tight to hide that rubber band. Hopefully that made sense. And after her initial boil wash, she did have a slight wave to the end of her hairs, but of course I just wanted to amp it up a little bit, so I just went in with some straws and curled the ends of her hair. And after the hair has been wrapped around the straws, of course we have to set those curls. So I just dunked the Barbie in some boiling hot water for about 5 minutes. And after that 5 minutes is up, of course we have to immediately cool the hair so the curls will actually stay. So alternatively, I let her soak in a bowl of ice water for 5 minutes. And one of the most satisfying steps, in my opinion, you get to remove the straws and reveal the curled hair. Now, once the hair was dry in about 24 hours, I just went through and separated each curl, then used a little bit of treatment spray to smooth out any frizz or flyaways. Then I just combed through the curls because what I was going for was a nice loose wave. Off camera, I ended up setting the wave with some clips. Then I went in with a little bit of Got To Be Glued spray on the bangs and a lighter hold spray on the back portion of her ponytail. Personally, I love thrifting dolls. Like buying new dolls is definitely fun. It definitely gives you that dopamine hit. But I think there is nothing like finding a doll for a really, really good price, especially with the prices that we're seeing on like eBay, Mercari, all of these places. I feel like just like most things in life right now, it's becoming increasingly more expensive to be a doll collector. So if I can find a doll on a budget, especially like good or rare ones, I am always excited. And you know me, or maybe you don't, maybe you're new here. I love a good restyle. Like I love being able to go in and give a doll what I feel like is a brand new life, you know, rescue them from their previous distress. Hopefully that made sense. But I want to know, what is your greatest thrift store find? It doesn't have to be a Barbie. It can literally be any doll brand. And I want to know what you're looking for. What is your holy grail doll that you hope to find for a really good price? I think all doll collectors have one. Also, really quickly, I want to thank every single one of you guys that came over from my old channel. Again, thank you guys so much. I honestly didn't expect that many people would come over from my old channel. So again, I'm so super grateful that you guys did. It means the world to me because yeah, starting over is a little bit scary, but this channel will definitely be a new endeavor. If you guys want maybe an explanation on why I decided to start a brand new channel, maybe I'll do that one day. Again, just let me know in the comments down below. And of course, let me know what you want to see next on the channel. But that is all from me, friends. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I love you guys so much, and I hope you have a great rest of your week. Peace.